It is the best time of year when the NFL draft has come and gone. Rookie minicamp is underway. Major League Baseball is full swing. The NBA and NHL playoffs have been on fire. And we are talking about, is the NBA draft lottery rigged? Welcome into Sports from the Couch and the Sports Cubicle. I'm your host, Mike Mercado, and Cooper Flagg looks to have found a home in Dallas. This comes to us from ESPN's NBA Insiders 2025 NBA Draft Lottery results, top takeaways, and questions. Dateline Chicago, the Dallas Mavericks, with just a 1.8% chance at the top pick, won the NBA Draft Lottery Monday night, earning the chance to select projected number one pick, Cooper Flagg, next month. The San Antonio Spurs, Philadelphia 76ers, and Charlotte Hornets will pick second, third, and fourth. With the complete order now known, the 13 lottery teams are shifting gears towards the 2025 NBA draft to be held June 25th and 26th at New York's Barclays Center. So, even though the big story, obviously, in this is Cooper Flagg somehow going to end up in Dallas after Dallas traded Luka Doncic to the LA Lakers. How is it possible that the NBA can continuously, year after year, make itself look so sus compared to any other league in any other profession, and that is including all the corrupted sports we see over across the pond? I believe it's not rigged. I believe too many people will have to know too many things. Too many people will give out secrets. There have been upsets in the idea of like refs have been corrupted, obviously, right? There's obviously players that have bet on the game. But this whole conspiracy of how they're doing the code or the magnet with the ping pong, I don't think that's the case. I do think the NBA has earned the stigma of it because they don't do a good job to deter people from believing in that. I think David Stern was somebody who always gaslit people. So I think they've earned the badge of honor of believing a lot of this stuff is scripted, is rigged, but I don't think that's the actual case. So let's take that out of the equation, right? All the craziness from all the NBA bull we've always known. I want to focus on one thing, and that is who ended up with the number 12 pick in the NBA draft. And that is your beloved, our beloved Chicago Bulls. And this is what the article says. The Bulls ranked 23rd in defensive efficiency and last in points allowed in the paint. But are they thinking draft or need or best fit? The front office prioritized a play-in tournament appearance over increasing its draft lottery odds. Will that pay off? When the Bulls traded Zach LaVine before the February 6th trade deadline, they had a 26% chance at a top four pick and adding the kind of franchise-changing talent needed to elevate a team that has lost in the play-in tournament in 3 straight seasons. Instead, management prioritized experience for the young talent already on the roster, while teams such as Philadelphia, Toronto, and Brooklyn gain better lottery odds. Chicago finished 15-6 down the stretch, but got trounced by Miami in a home play-in game as its odds plummeted to 1.7% chance for the top pick and an 8% chance for a top 4 selection. As a team that finished with an identical 39-43 record the past 2 seasons, the Bulls need to find a way to add superstar talent to elevate themselves from the middle of the pack. A few weeks back, I talked about the incompetency of the Chicago Bulls, the stubbornness of the Chicago Bulls, the nonsense of the Chicago Bulls. What benefit other than job security that only would be allowed here for a Michael and Jerry Reinsdorf-led team is the only reason this team went all in on a play-in appearance and hoping to get swept by Cleveland in the first round? Is job security for Mark Eversley, Arturas Karnisovas. It wasn't for anything else. What did Matas learn from this? What did Kobe White learn from this? What did you gain for Patrick Williams, Dalen Terry, your two biggest draft picks at that time before you got to Matas? What have you learned about this team that you didn't before? The only thing I know is this team hesitated on trading Alex Caruso at his highest peak and overvalued a bunch of its own talent. That's what this team has done. This is a team that's going to have to answer a lot of questions this offseason about which point guard they're going to want to go with. But the big thing this article, this conversation goes to is the Bears, God bless them, that the Bulls are going to have to find a superstar. Unlike the Bears, who got the superstar quarterback, hopefully, went out and got the highest, sought out coaching candidate out there, overhauled an entire offensive line, added pieces to their defensive line, got the number one tight end in the NFL draft. Being proactive. That's not what this Bulls team has done. That's not what this Bulls team has done for 20 years. We talk about Michael Jordan coming back on NBA, on NBC. Still living off of those glory days are these Chicago Bulls. The player that they're going to try to get wasn't born when those Bulls teams were winning NBA championships. And you talk about superstars in the league already, who already know the bad stank that is this Bulls organization, the way they treat players, the way they handle injuries, the way they handle winning or lack thereof. It's embarrassing because it's apathy. Nobody cares. There's so many fun stories on this Bulls team at different times this season, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that Giannis Antetokounmpo is available for you. You can't do anything to get him. It doesn't matter that there are disgruntled superstars right now, like a Kevin Durant, that you could try to go get had you put yourself in a position to be competitive, to be interesting. Doesn't matter. And the only reason that they can't get a Giannis, the only reason that they can't get a Cooper Flag, that they're constantly in the same position over and over again, is pure stubbornness. How many times can you lose in the play-in tournament the same exact way? How many times can you have the same exact record? How many times can you overreach in the NBA draft? How many times can you over-evaluate your own talent? How many times can you think you're going to outmaneuver and outcute other teams in free agency? That's what this team has done. And it's not just this regime. It was the regime before them and the regime before them. The one common denominator is the ownership. Oh, but the United Center still gets sold out. So that's on us. But this team did everything in its power to make sure it wouldn't be in a position to draft a young organization-changing talent. And they've done everything possible to make sure stars don't want to come here. So which way is it? What's the way out of this hell? Because it's not bringing in a free agent, and it's not drafting one. So how do the Bulls get out of here? They don't. They just hope to sell 41 games. I want to know your thoughts. Chicago Bulls end up with the number 12 overall pick, Cooper Flag, heading to Dallas. We want to know your thoughts. We're here on the Sports Cubicle and Sports from the Couch on YouTube. I'm your host, Mike Mercado.